Sport Fishing on the Fly is brought to you by Togens Fly Shop, Maui Jim Sunglasses, and Hardy Rods and Reels.
Good day, everyone. Welcome to another segment on the bench. Here I'm going to tie up another one on my jig series. This is a Enticer Leech done on the jig. Very nice pattern. It fishes very well. We're going to see this one. When you're fishing leeches, a lot of times at night is really a key time to fish. The big fish be coming in and out of the shallows to feed. These leeches are moving around a lot more active on low light conditions or dark even. And you can see why this fly is really going to work. When I shut my light off and get my UV light on there, look at that, the fluorescent bead on the front, that UV color on it is a great fly. So, and underneath you can barely, with the UV you don't see it as much, the black holographic body. So let's go over the materials. Size 8 jig hook from Togens is what I'm using. I've also got from Togens a fluorescent Chartreuse bead. It's a 5/32 bead. My thread, I'm using a 6/0 black thread. The tail, I'm using some black Marabou. If I get more undulation from that, then this body material seems it's a little bit coarse. Body material, the secret weapon here is the UV2 from Spirit River CLX, and it's a great blend, different colors. You see all the colors pop when you see the UV lights hit it, and there's actually got 2 UV rays in there. One the fish sees more than the human. So black holographic Flashabou, and this is a Magnum Flashabou. It's 2 times wider, 2 times longer, 2 times stronger. So I use that on a lot of bodies. But keep them leeches slender is all I can say. We tend to overdress them. It's just something that happens easily. It's like streamers. I overdress streamers a lot too. That's a habit we get into. They always say less is more. Okay. Oh, and also I forgot to mention I'm going to be using some black ultra wire here. This is the Brassie size. Kind of a thicker wire. And I'm going to lash that on right onto the shank of the hook. So that's nice and secure. Come to the bend. And I'll bring in some of my Marabou. Tailing material is pretty hard to beat the undulation of a Marabou plume. Take that little bit of flash or fuzzy stuff off the bottom. Come along the side and just peel off a nice little clump of Marabou. Remember, that's going to get really nice and slender when you get it wet, as you know. Just going to tie that down here. Follow up my thread right to the, tie those butts forward right to the jig hook, or to the bead, I should say. Now I'll come in with 2 strands, a black Magnum Flashabou. When you're doing mylar bodies or any bodies like this, always start at the front, go to the rear, and back to the front. You get a pretty nice level body. It covers really well. If you go just one direction, you just seem not cover those spaces up as nice. So that's a good way of doing it that way. Put a half hitch there. And I'm just going to make sure I don't have any Marabou coming forward, and then a reverse wrap with this heavy Brassie wire. You can go medium if you like to. If you don't have Brassie, go with medium. And it just gives it a lot more strength. You can pass this one along or whatever. You don't break this fly off, you're not going to wear it out. That is for sure. Then we'll bring in some of our, let me get the wire out of the way for a second. Here's our CLX. It's kind of a wiry material. I just want a little bit. I don't want too much. That's plenty. I'm just going to trap it between the wire and the thread. Tighten it up a little bit more. Pull it off my fingers so I got a nice length to it. And make sure I get a couple turns here. One at behind. I don't want to crowd the bead at this point. I'm going to get it, but make sure it's not too much, not any more than that. That's actually almost more than I'd like to see on that. I like to tie the wire and the thread off right there. Get some good turns. A whip finish. Put some resin on that, some head cement, whatever. Make sure you glue that up. Then I'll bring in my nice stiff brush. And that'll get these fibers kind of straightened out a little bit. But that is a great little fly right there. Some of our new materials we have nowadays, it's sure interesting to work with. And so here we go, the Enticer Jig. Lots of other colors you want to do with those. And make sure you get out there fishing later in the evening and throughout the day when those fish are down deep. Run this one down in the zone, get a full sink line down there, and you'll be very happily surprised with this one. So we appreciate you watching Sport Fishing on the Fly here again. We'll catch you again real soon.